Something is happening in ODM, and I believe ODM can do better than this. They had expectations that Raila would win the African Union Commission seat. But in light of Raila's loss, I have realized that there is a lot of anger that is expected because no one will be happy with a loss. Most of the ODM members of parliament were preparing for a celebration. They were there in Addis Ababa. And after the loss, I know they really feel very bad. They need to have some unity now more than ever. And they should be very careful not to create any unnecessary animosity and division in the party. And they have realized that number one, after the loss, there is a blame game and misplaced anger. And I want to read for you a few tweets here of certain vocal members of parliament of ODM trying to trail guns against their fellow ODM honorable members. So there is this misplaced anger. Number two, there is some kind of blame game. And in light of this, I want to believe that what has happened has happened. It does not matter because we saw a very big secretariat that was appointed by William Ruto. It was headed by the Prime Secretary, Musalia Mudavadi, and there was a lot of money that was pumped in it. They tried, and I believe Raila had said, if I win, well, I'm good, and if I lose, I still have a place called home. So this idea of trying to point accusing fingers to other leaders, I think must stop. And then the third thing that is happening is that there is a very urgent call, deliberate, urgent attempt to sanitize William Ruto, especially after the supporters of Raila Amolo Odinga in Kisumu started chanting Ruto must go, and they were obviously very unhappy. One of the people who, I don't know in his own wisdom or what, or lack of the same, has decided to trail his guns against the Secretary General Edwin Sifuna is Opondo Kaluma. And I want to read you a tweet here about Opondo Kaluma and tell me what you think. Edwin Sifuna had earlier congratulated Raila, and this is what Edwin said, that my boss, my mentor, my friend, my leader, you still have a home. Come back. We still love you. We are proud of you. Nothing has changed. And I think the mood and the tone of this tweet is one that encourages Raila Amolo Odinga, because if there's something that Raila needs is that love. Edwin Sifuna had said that Raila left him with the party, and Raila had given him instructions that when he comes back from Ethiopia, from Addis Ababa, he should get that party the same or even better than it was. We believe that Raila is preparing to come back home, and Sifuna gave that tweet. Did he make any mistake? Because I want you to see the reply that he got from Opondo Kaluma. Opondo is telling Kaluma that you cannot love Baba and Gachagua at the same time. And you will realize that this is unnecessary if you ask me. There is no need trying to drag in the name of Gachagua where it is not. And I believe this is very discouraging. Sifuna is the Secretary General and is calling Raila his boss and his mentor, and indeed, Raila has mentored him. So this is what I'm telling you is misplaced priority. And we should not behave as if we want to own Raila Amolo Odinga. We love Raila. Raila is a leader, and he does not need permission from any other ODM leader to be Raila. We also don't need any permission from any leader who even thinks that maybe because he comes from the same tribe as Raila, or because he's been in ODM now, he thinks he can control people. I disagree with this. That is the misplaced, you know, anger that I'm talking about. Now, I want you to listen to what he's also saying. I told you there is an attempt to sanitize William Ruto and to show Kenyans that they are not leaving this broad-based government any soon. Opondo Kaluma is also saying that Prime Minister Raila Odinga of the ODM party should formalize a coalition with President William Ruto ASAP. Remember, he has started by telling Sifuna that you cannot love Baba and Gachagua at the same time. And they know very well that there could be a looming collision between these two leaders. That is what people are talking about. And now it's saying that we should formalize ODM and UDA should formalize their relationship, if so to speak. Then his last tweet is Uhuru Kenyatta is a bad man. And then just hapo chini anasema I will petition the withdrawal of East African community from the African Union. Blame game. They're blaming Uhuru Kenyatta. They now want to drag in Gachagwa's name where unnecessary. Now, Robert Alai is also saying that anyone imagining that Baba Raila Odinga will be used as a tool to fight Ruto for ethnic revenge in 2027 election, be ready for disappointment. Baba Raila Odinga is not coming back to be used to fight Ruto. Look for someone else. Now, according to him, he also believes that maybe the people of Murima would want Raila back so that they fight William Ruto, because after the fallout between William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua, you all know that there is bad blood. And so many would think that Raila is disappointed after this loss and they would blame Ruto, just as the Kisumu supporters are saying. And they are, sending a message that there will not be any union between or coalition between Murima and the lakeside. But it is too early. You can never rule out that possibility. And even for them to come out and talk about it, you all know that they believe this can happen. We're only waiting for Raila to tell us the way forward. So this blame game of Uhuru Kenyatta, they are blaming the East African community and they are blaming every other person else, to me, is wrong. And this is not the time even to start, to create unnecessary chaos within the party. Let me tell you, I personally believe that if you mean well for Raila Odinga, then you should respect the choice that he made Edwin Sifuna as the Secretary General of the party. If you want to break the ODM party, for me, I believe you don't love the party. And at this point in time, Raila must come out and give us his position in as far as this attack and the barrage of attack against Sifuna is concerned. Let him tell us whether he supports Sifuna, because all these people are strong members of the ODM and members from his own tribe. The other day, Anyang' Nyong'o said it very clear that he is the one who poached Sifuna and gave him to Baba, and he has done a very exemplary work. The loss touches many, and many are sad. Many are still just wondering, like they thought they had the deep state in the name of William Ruto. If there is one person who should be blamed, it is William Samoei Ruto. Ask experts and they will tell you that Ruto's position and comments on the war in the Eastern DRC worsened the situation when he told the nation, the whole world, that he had contacted Macron, the president of France, concerning the war in Congo, at a time when Pan-Africanists are saying that foreigners are part and parcel of the problems. They're the ones that create all these problems. Okay, most African presidents were wondering, why contact a foreigner? Yet we have African presidents who are trying to deal with this problem. Then it is also believed that when he supported Israel in the fight against Muslims and Christians, so the Hamas and Israel, some of the leaders were not very happy with him. And today, when the AU invited the president of Palestine to come and address them, they were like telling William Ruto, we believe in this man, but I believe that is going to have a repercussion, and Trump might speak about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to plead, if you love ODM as a supporter, as a leader, please, not unless you are pretending and you want Raila to fall further, or you want to disintegrate ODM. And let other leaders understand that ODM is a party that embraces different tribes. Because what Kaluma is now doing, he is inviting trouble from the Luya community. You saw the other day some lawyers were saying that the only seat that we have in parliament is this one of Speaker of the National Assembly, Moses Wetangula. And so if you try touching this, there were those rumors that he could be impeached. They said, then we will meet you head on. So this blame game must stop. You cannot sanitize William Ruto on this, because there are things, as I've mentioned, that he did. But if they think that they can force the supporters of Raila Odinga to support William Ruto, Ruto will be supported by looking at what he has done compared to what he promised. People are not just going to support William Ruto. They are really engrossed about 2027. Let William Ruto fulfill the promises that he gave to Kenyans. You cannot force him down the throat of Kenyans. It is unnecessary. What will happen if Raila shakes hands with Rigathi Gachagua? Some of these leaders, sijui watajinyonga, sijui watafanya nini, and I understand. Don't think I've forgotten about how Rigathi used to threaten Raila. And I noticed on that basis that they don't want any kind of an alliance between Raila and Rigathi Gachagua. But I'm just saying that, be that as it may, let us not drag in the name of Gachagua. I don't think that Sifuna has got anything to do with Rigathi Gachagua. I don't know what to think, but we need peace in ODM, not all these fights.